game, set, match. Welcome to your daily serve of M&Ms.
Nice. Even though it's a weekly show. I'm Maria.
I'm Michael.
And, so there's a lot to talk about this week.
I mean, we'd like to think that there is. We're probably not going to talk too much, I don't think. We've
been trying not to, but it still goes for like an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But I think the fact is we've just had a busy week and we haven't really been too in touch with our sports this last week.
I went into pings.
Fuck's sakes. I gotta deal with this for a fucking week.
Yeah, be better next week.
I will be better next week. I'm
sure.
gonna get 8 of 9 next week. I'll guarantee it.
Sure. Sure, fam, you.
Watch me. Anyways, we're back on the squeaky couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're having drinks. I'm doing my usual.
I've been super flat this week. This whole week, I've been so flat.
Yeah. I know. And I need the drink to get me to that same level, I think.
It hasn't been my week.
I know. I feel like it's kind of rubbing off on me a bit.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I just...
Anyways.
So, what do you want to talk about first?
So, alright, well, I think we kind of, since we're recording this on the Sunday after week, sorry, I keep saying week, I'm so NFL, like, what the fuck the word is?
Your brain is just malfunctioning right now. I have no idea what you're trying to say, fam.
Basically, I'm trying to say round 3. In Australia, we call them rounds, not weeks.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, round 3 of the AFL's just gone by.
Bulldogs won.
But we also haven't really been up to date with all of the games from round 2. We saw...
Bulldogs won, that's all that matters. I'm sorry your team sucked.
We're still better than you, bitch. Yeah. Next week you're fucked, and next week we're great.
No.
Okay. Watch it.
Nah.
Bitch, you have Richmond.
We have Lord and Saviour.
That's not going to help.
Yeah.
You're playing Richmond.
No,
you're going to get...
No, we'll be good.
No, you're going to get
We'll
screwed.
be good.
So...
Ugle-Hagen's fired up. We'll be good.
Anyways, so yeah, I guess kind of need to recap round 2 of the AFL from last week. Yeah, bit wild. I feel like these last 3 rounds, these first 3 rounds, have just been an absolute fuck around for the AFL.
Yeah, well, the first game of the season's always... The first weekend of the season's always sort of funny.
And, it's kind of the same with most sports of this sort of nature, but... Last week... last week the Saints beat the Dogs 92-41. I mean, that was pretty bad.
We didn't have Lord and Saviour, that's why. For those that don't know, Lord and Saviour is Adam Treloar. It's an inside joke between my brother and I. I don't know, we were losing badly one time, and then I think we were just, taking the mick, saying, oh, it's okay, Lord and Saviour, Adam Treloar will save us. Definitely kick 5 goals in 30 minutes and we'll win the game. Something like that.
Yeah.
Some ridiculous situation. And now it's just a thing we do.
Yeah.
Lord and Saviour, we're going to win, fam. It's like, oh, Lord and Saviour touched the ball, we're going to get a goal. Yep.
But yeah.
Geelong hasn't won a game.
I know. So, following the results from this weekend, so we had Brisbane surprisingly getting upset by the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, boys.
67-53, and that was just one of the ugliest games of footy I've ever watched.
A win's
a win.
I followed the Bulldogs all my life, right? We never win pretty. It's always ugly. It's always ugly. It's never great.
And even the Friday night...
We're from the West. We're from the West, right?
Mm.
From the West. It's not pretty. I should put a lot into context for you.
But yeah, it was pretty ugly to watch, and even the Richmond versus Collingwood game was also just as bad. It was those two games are pretty ugly, and then just to fuck around on round 3, like I say, Bulldogs upsetting Brisbane, and then we had Hawthorn beating North Melbourne. Like, I kind of figured it would be a close game, but I really thought North would come out on top, and like Hawthorn kind of crushed them, and then round 3, we had Gold Coast beating Geelong, reigning premiers Geelong, 73-54.
This is what you call a premiership hangover.
This is just fucking ridiculous. I can't even
So that's what the
understand.
Bulldogs did after 2016, won the premiership. 2017.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get
That's
it.
what Geelong's doing right now at this
But,
point.
like-
I mean, they have time to turn it around. It's just the first 3 games of the season, but like it's not looking great.
I know. And then, like, the St Kilda Essendon game, because, like, being an Essendon fan, I was watching it. And, like, Essendon, they brought it back to tie it up. I think it was 61-61 tied. And then they just let Saints have literally 5 unanswered goals.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, why would you bother? Oh, and they were down 28-0. And they brought it back to tie it up and then give it away. It's
Yeah,
just,
like at this point, why bother?
like, oh, it was so bad.
At least keep it tight, fam.
Yeah, honestly.
Anyways, and then we...
No,
it was,
if you're down 28-0, just fuck off. Like, I don't accept that. Like, the only way that it happens is if they get 4 goals and 4 behinds, right? Without you scoring. Like, that's 8 shots at goal that Essendon didn't have an answer for. That's just awful.
and then we had the Adelaide Showdown.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of thought this one would also be a tight game. Like, Adelaide are a great team for covering the line. Like, they really do a good job at covering the line, which is awesome. But, yeah, I did not think it would be a 31-point blowout, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I was going... because Eddie Maguire is no longer president of the Collingwood footy club, Port can now wear their prison guard Guernseys now for the showdown. Which is what they've been fighting for years. And just like... I don't know why it was such a big deal for so long, because like they're going to wear them against Collingwood. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. It's like, That's my opinion anyway. I just think it's part of the heritage, right? I feel like there shouldn't be an issue. And I feel like a lot of people had the argument, the similar colours. Okay, but you look at the NHL, you have Pittsburgh and Boston, right? The colours are so similar. We're not bitching about it.
Yeah.
It's like other issues in the world, fam.
Yeah, no, it's like there's a lot of like, well, not really a lot, but there's like NFL teams that are kind of like that as well. But like, it's generally easy to distinguish players in the NFL because one team's always wearing a white, like a white Guernsey, and the other team's wearing like a darker Guernsey.
But I remember one time Pittsburgh was playing Boston, and I thought we scored a goal. I got so happy, and then I saw the score. You know, the graphic update. I was like, oh, wait, no, that wasn't our goal. It's like, oh, shit. Just celebrated for the wrong team.
Lol.
I feel so stupid.
So, yeah.
Pittsburgh, I think, have lost the last 4 games.
Yeah. That's
So I got
wonderful.
sidetracked.
That's wonderful. But yeah, and we've just got an absolute fuck around on the AFL ladder currently after the first 3 rounds. So following the first 3 rounds...
I just lost to Boston before.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're not...
not in a wildcard position
No,
anymore.
we just lost, the last 4 games?
Yeah.
What was it?
Nashville.
Oh, we actually won.
Oh, you
1,
won?
2,
Oh, you beat
3.
Nashville? Yeah.
Yeah, not doing too good.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's what you get for
So
trading star players every single year.
So yeah,
I'm just eating.
yeah, yeah. So the round 3 ladder for the AFL currently stands with St Kilda on top. Like, what the fuck? Where did that come
Grandfather's team.
from? Where the fuck did that come from, though?
My grandfather has a
Like, you were not picking this at all, were you? Like, start of the season, this was not your tip for round 3 leader.
No, because Bulldog's not in there.
And then we've also got
Collingwood.
we also have North Melbourne in the top 8.
Stupid.
And we also have not just Carlton and Essendon also in the top 8. In fact, Carlton's in the top 4.
I expected Carlton to be.
I feel like Carlton is supposed to be a top 8 team this year.
Carlton's not that much of an outlier, but North Melbourne is.
North Melbourne really is. Like, St Kilda and North Melbourne really are outliers. They really are.
North Melbourne more so.
Oh, yeah, big time. But, yeah, it's just an absolute... And then, like, you've got, like, Brisbane sitting 14th on the ladder. And then the laughable Geelong team sitting 18th.
Premiership hangover.
Oh, goodness. Like, it's just... And the funny thing is, like, their point percentage isn't too bad, but it's because they haven't won a game.
Yeah, I know.
And everyone else has at least won a game.
Sucks to be them.
Oh, man. It's brutal. Anyways. Yeah, I think that probably just about wraps up the AFL, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So,
Maria was happy to watch Bulldogs. I thought it was scrappy.
that's just their brand, though, is scrappy. The West is a scrappy place. Okay, it just makes sense. Anyway, down to netball. I didn't get to watch it because I could have, but I just came home from the tournament I had just had. I was feeling down because I hadn't kind of played shit
Yeah.
this weekend, and it was a terrible performance by me. But yeah. So Vixens won against the Giants, 62-57, so by 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where that leads us on the ladder. I'm gonna have to have a look. But yeah, so that's 2 wins in a row, which is great.
Yeah. We were watching the Sunshine Coast Lightning and Adelaide Thunderbirds last night.
Yeah, they got thrashed.
And that was just horrendous.
That was a shellacking, failure.
Like, they just got...
They
got brutally murdered.
Yeah, Lightning got 42 and Thunderbirds got 66. That's just a woo!
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, that was
Shit, what was that? The Swifts versus the Firebirds, 74-71. That's a tight game.
Yeah, beats 42-66.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
Okay, and...
Pivo thrashed Collingwood 80-53.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Lol. Anyways.
Yeah. So, two worthwhile games to watch in the netball this weekend. The other 2
out of 2, yeah.
2 out of 4.
Oh, sorry, 2. Well, I was about to say 50-50. It kind of came as 2
Yeah,
out of
I
2.
know. 2 and 2. Yeah. No, it was pretty ugly. That's for sure. Yeah. So... Yeah, no, we didn't get a chance to watch any of those games. Hopefully we'll get a chance this week, though, just to kind of catch up on the games, I guess.
Yeah. I'm going to Grandma, so...
Yeah.
For Easter.
Yeah. Grandma's got a TV, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be able to binge watch a bunch of shit there.
Yeah, should be able to.
Nice. Easy done then. Oh my goodness.
Vixen's the 3rd on the ladder.
Nice. And then there's the Lightning, sitting 4th.
Somehow. Anyways.
Ugh. Pardon me, sorry. A little bit tired.
Well, there weren't any lights out this round, so...
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's pretty nice. I know. I feel like I wanted the controversy, though.
I do love a good controversy.
I know. It's
Bulldogs
great.
have been very... There's been fights in the last 2 Bulldog games. There's been a lot of... I like fights.
And fights are great.
That's why I like the NHL.
Yeah.
It's great. Too bad I can't watch it.
We'll get there someday.
See, all I need to do to watch it is to get for Dad to change the password for Foxtel so I can access it through the ESPN app. But Dad always forgets the password. I'm just like, Dad, I can't be bothered changing it all the time.
Yeah.
That's a different issue for another time. What do you want to talk about next?
So, I don't know. There's a couple of things I guess we could talk about. I haven't actually checked any of the VFL scores. I want to kind of quickly check those out. Because I do like the VFL. I find the VFL just to be...
Bullets.
Oh, goodness. That's just like it's just not a good team name.
That's not terrifying.
And
it's just not scary to me.
I know, it's just like I can step on them and squish them. It's like I can't step on a Brisbane fucking lion, right?
Yeah, no, it's just bullet. It's like I can just squish you with my foot.
Yeah.
Like a magpie is terrifying.
Yeah, Brisbane beat the Footscray Bulldogs 93-85 in the VFL. And oh my goodness, Gold Coast Suns demolished the Gold Coast Geelong Cats.
Okay, but what about Collingwood?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Some of these VFL
like 134 to what?
Yeah, 134-82. And like you look at the VFL ladder, Collingwood point percentage 209.9.
Oh my god.
I mean, granted, it's only 2 games into the VFL season, but
still, yeah.
It's great. But yeah, damn it, Bombers lost in the VFL as well. Pieces of shit.
I'm not having a good week, Sam. I bet you in tipping.
You bet me.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess probably one of the highlights of this episode will be talking about your squash game.
That's not a highlight. that's a low light.
Fair enough. We'll make it a quick segment then.
Okay. Yeah, no. So I played in the Ballarat Open. I played shit. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was just trying... I don't know what it is, but like with the footwork, I think I'm just thinking about too much to the point that I sort of just buffer a bit before I actually take off, and then it's already too late.
Yeah.
The ball's already bounced twice. So I need to fix that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't... I know, I was sitting there watching you and, yeah, I you know, I guess I'm trying to be your coach, but, oh goodness, being a novice.
I feel like because I'm thinking about too many things, I think I sort of just panic. It's like, oh, what should I do? And then I decide a little bit too late. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
No, I get you.
I feel like that's what's happening, and it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm kind of hoping that...
I feel like I should have played better.
Yeah, I think so. And I feel like...
I still feel like
there were moments of good squash that you had, right?
Like far between.
No, in the sense, like, you know, your very first match, you were up 9-2 in the first set.
Yeah, no, and then
right?
I think I fell asleep. But I feel like part of my issue, it's a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's a focus thing, right? But I think they sort of go hand in hand with each other a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
I sort of relax, and then my focus goes.
Yeah, and you were saying, like, you felt a little bit sort of... it's almost like you were pressured to try to win. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know, you're kind of at a point where you feel compelled to win because... you know, I guess the success.
I was never good at juniors. I was so shit at juniors.
Yeah, I know, and I get
right. And then
I know you're trying to. I guess you're trying to prove yourself, and I feel like, you know, if you were in Amanda Sobey or something, and you lost to, like, you know, one of these young junior girls, you'd probably feel, you know, I don't know how you'd feel. Like, you lose once to him, maybe you just go, oh, okay. I've had a lot of success in my career, right? Like, maybe this is just a young gun that's coming through, or maybe you just go...
Yeah.
Or if you replay them again at some point, you go, oh, okay, I just had an off day that time, and I just creamed them round two sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, it's just a very disappointing tournament overall.
I know. I think
I am probably thinking about too much. But as I feel like another thing too is because I'm learning to not hit drives at the back of the court and not bursting. So it sort of catches me off guard when they burst from the back of the court.
Yeah.
It's like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. I know. You're just like...
Yeah. So it's like I'm sort of expecting them to play how I'd play, and that's what's throwing me off a little bit.
Yeah. So I guess maybe the question that we need to ask your coach now is like, what's the best approach for when that does happen, right?
I think I just need to not...
I feel like you see it and you go, did you really just do that? You just set it up for me. But then you get to the ball and you're like, oh shit, I don't really know what to do with this ball because I haven't been coached on how to play it.
Yeah, no, I think I just need to stop expecting people to play the way I think they should.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it's watch the ball, but also just very jumpy. And I think that's because I'm thinking too much about the footwork that I sort of took those little steps before I took the big steps. Which was frustrating. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a good way to say it. I think that actually kind of does sum up your game, actually. The way that you play, it's kind of like you are expecting them to play a certain way.
And they're not.
And they're not, right?
And it's like burst. It's like, why are you bursting? You should be driving the ball. Like, stop it.
I know. And then, like, when you were hitting, like, your lob serves, which were actually working quite well for you, I thought.
My backhand actually was really better than my forehand serve.
It actually is, which is surprising.
I know. I did it. Like, Rex said, he said not to do it. But I did it anyways. And I was like, it was so much better. My backhand serve was so much better than my forehand. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. But, like, you know, a lot of the times the girls are playing, like, cross courts against you, and...
I'm expecting them to straight drive.
I know. And, like, it's like, you're expecting the drive to come up the wall.
I feel like that's just...
And then they just hit this shit cross court. It's basically coming straight to you. And, like, Rex would have been... If Rex was there, he would have been like, oh, Maria! He would have been like, where's the fucking volley?
But I'm getting into the habit of serving and then volley dropping.
Yeah.
I'm doing that more often. But I feel like I'm just thinking about it, the corrections too much. So I'm expecting everyone else to do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's like probably why I didn't play so well.
I know. I feel like you had too many expectations that just really weren't met.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
And you're like, this wasn't in the game plan.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely a rough weekend, but I think it was a good...
I need to focus more. I need to watch the ball more. I feel like I'm anticipating too much. Because I get to the tee, and I start going back, and then I do a short, which they should, because I'm not going back to get there, because I'm only going back.
Exactly.
Or I'll like say I hit a good drive on my forehand, so I start itching to the left, and then I do a cross court. Because I need to stop doing that. I need to just stay still.
Yeah.
Like, be prepared, but stay still. I don't know how to do that, apparently. It's just very frustrating. Like, I fucked up trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like... it's like you have to make the corrections, but I just feel like I'm going a little bit backwards at the moment.
Yeah.
I
feel like because you've developed a lot of, like, I guess you can call them bad habits, I feel like maybe that's actually a good thing to feel like you are going backwards, because you feel, I guess if you got bad habits, you want to feel like you're undoing them to then progress. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And I know that I have to focus on them to fix them to be better, but it just feels like I'm sort of regressing before I'm progressing.
Progressing?
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's like, leave me alone.
I know what you're trying to say.
regress before I make progress. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's just... the regression's very frustrating.
I know, and you feel like you don't want to be regressing during tournaments as well, right? Like
Yeah, but I feel like because I'm doing sort of like different footwork, and apparently that can take 6 weeks to fix. So it's like,
I know. Well, and I think eventually a lot of things are just going to piece together for you, and they're going to click.
it's gonna
Especially,
take time.
yeah, and I think especially if we can, obviously, I think the best advice that you've been told is to try and get as many hits in a week as you can, sort of thing.
The thing is, before tournament, I don't want to have too many hits.
Yeah. I know, but now that the tournament's gone by, I feel like this is where you want to sort of capitalise and like go. Yeah, I want to get more hits in now, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because you've just basically figured out some of the things that weren't working for you, so they're the things that we want to try and address quickly.
I know. I just felt really frantic on court. I think it's just a confidence issue too. I have a lot to figure out. I have a lot of shit I need to work through.
I know.
A lot of baggage.
I know. But, yeah, I think that, even losing, I think, like, this weekend's losses were, I guess, if I'm being a little bit honest, they were a bit hard to watch just because it felt like I was watching.
It was hard to play.
Yeah, like I was watching you and I'm going, oh goodness, if Rex was here, we would say do this and do that and blah blah blah. But yeah, I feel like the losses are going to get not as bad. I feel like you'll find that maybe the next time you play, your losses. I mean, shit, you probably even win your first round next tournament that you play, but maybe the second round in, your losses aren't too bad. Like it's 9-11, 8-11, 10-11, or not 10-11, 10-12 or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it 10? Wait, 10-11? Yeah, 10-12 it would be. Yeah.
So once you get to 10-all, it's win by 2.
Yeah, it's win by 2.
That's a tiebreak is 16-18, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, I know. Anyways.
All that to not make it to the 5th set. Anyways. Anything else?
No, I think that probably just about sums up the weekend, right? I guess, and again, it is a bit deflating to lose this way, but...
I mean, it's the reality of sport, right? It's shit weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we're still just working
I pulled a side muscle too in my right oblique.
Yeah. I know, now your legs also a bit... Leg muscles are a bit tight as well.
Yeah, on the shin. That's fun. I feel old right now. I feel really old. I'm just sore everywhere.
So yeah. Anyways,
Which must have mean I worked hard.
Yeah. I think that's about right.
I think I'll take that. As a win.
Yeah. I'm claiming it.
I need it.
Yeah. All right. I guess so. In other news, well, you know what? Maybe we'll come back to the news a little bit later. Again, we don't have a whole lot to talk about, and it's kind of just my news to talk about at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, bear with me.
Yes.
I will talk about news, and then we'll talk about something else. But the NFL draft, I think, is coming up soon.
Cool.
If I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly check the NFL app. It's loading. We're very ill-prepared for this, by the way. I know. We'll try to be more so in the future. What have we got?
My podcast for my uni assignment that was due today was more important than this. So.
Yeah. So when is the draft? What the... Oh, stinking thing. I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Nice.
What's it? NFL.
What?
NFL draft. When does it start?
Yesterday.
Oh, sorry, it'll start later this month. April 27th to the 29th. Nice. So, yeah. Anyways, we've got a segment. It's actually really just me that has a segment.
Oh, by the way, it was my grandmother's birthday on the 1st of April. She was an April Fool's baby. That's great. It's amazing. No, because my mum called me up. I was like, you should ring Bubba. I was like, why? To wish her happy birthday. I was like, I already did that. You remembered? I was like, it's hard to forget someone's birthday that's on April Fool's.
Yeah.
It's the most easiest birthday to remember. And then my other grandmother was born on Christmas Day, but she said to her was weirdness, so they don't believe it either. Birthday's all Christmas. It's great. And then Dad's birthday's on Halloween. Yeah. So those are very easy birthdays. My brother's on the 9th of the 9th. My other brother's birthday's on the 10th of the 10th.
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness.
And then my stepdad's birthday is 10 days after George's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can barely remember my own.
It's 5 days before we met.
I know.
And then my birthday I share with my grandfather.
Oh, that's nice.
He's dead.
Fucking hell, bitch.
Evil kid.
No, we're not playing that fucking song.
Yeah, we are.
Anyways, in softball news, I do kind of want to start talking a little bit more about softball. It's hard to keep up. Well, it's been hard to keep up with a lot of sports, really. But hopefully, this next week I'll be able to watch a few more softball games and pick out some really good ones. Like at the moment, I've got a game on.
Easter break.
I've got a game on the TV at the moment. It's Auburn versus Ole Miss, and I think it was Ole Miss. No, yeah, sorry. Auburn is up 7-1 in the fourth. It's just a blowout. But yeah, and I was watching one of the softball games this last week, and it was actually really, really good. It was Missouri taking on Auburn, and Auburn won it. I think it was 2-1, I think, and it was a walk-off win. You don't know what a walk-off is, do you?
No.
Okay. Basically, it's like the equivalent of like the fourth quarter siren blowing. Your team's down by 5 and you need a goal to win it, right? And the guy kicks it for a win. Like we call it a walk-off.
That's satisfying. I like that.
I know. It's great. And it was an ugly walk-off too. Just fielding errors by Missouri.
A win's a win, fam.
The second baseman tried to make the... I think it was a second baseman. Maybe it was a shortstop. Tried to make the throw to first base. Overthrew the first baseman. And the runner from second base turned third and went for home. And the ball came in, but the runner beat the tag. And
pressure.
Yeah, it was so good. I know, total pressure. It was amazing. Loved it. I love it when they... Oh, no, they tried to roll the double play. So shortstop tried to flip it to second. They got the out there. But then they tried to get the double because it would have ended the inning.
I'm very confused.
So they had one out. Runners at first and second.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you talk about baseball or softball, I think about the Wii sport.
Oh, God. Anyways.
I know I'm a disappointment, but like, that's all I can think about.
It's like equating like fucking Wii tennis to squash.
Yeah, I know. If it helps you figure shit out, then why not?
But yeah, they were trying to roll a double play, and they had runners on first and second, one out. This is Auburn batting, by the way, in the bottom of the seventh, and I can't remember who the Auburn batter was. They hit a ground ball to shortstop. The shortstop flicked the play to two, got the out at second base, but the runner that was at second base, they've been running to third base, and then the fielder, the second baseman, she grabbed the ball, threw it to first base to try and get the third out for the inning, but she overthrew the first baseman, so the runner is safe at first, and the runner from third came around to score, and they tried to get the play at home for the tag, but it wasn't in time, and Auburn walked it off with the sliding error play at home. It was
Lovely.
It was really fun to watch. I liked it,
Lovely.
especially being like a 1-1 game for the whole 7 innings basically. Like it shows really good defense until the last inning when the pressure's on, right?
Yeah.
And I love seeing that. I love seeing the chaotic nature behind that. It's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was a really exciting softball game. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. It was so fun. So, anyways, with that being said, MLB has just started back. It's literally 3 days in. Started on the 31st or 30th. I can't quite remember now. I think it was the 31st. Anyways, and I was watching it at your dad's place. It was the Chicago White Sox.
Racist.
Bitch, what are you talking about? They're a black and white team.
See, it's very divisive. It's so racist. Make it grey.
Taking on the
It's
reigning
funny how
champ.
the NHL team is called the Chicago Blackhawks. That's great. Racist. I'm joking.
And
Don't take me seriously, please.
and people thought the NFL was racist because they had a team called the Washington Redskins.
It's all stupid.
Anyways, but yeah, and I was watching the White Sox. The White Sox. I'm trying to think. What state would I have to be from? The White Sox. What sort of? That's like a. It's literally like a New
Michael
York,
state of mind.
and I was gonna say a New York, New Jersey kind of accent. The White Sox.
Oh gosh.
The White Sox.
Please stop. Please stop.
Anyways, watching the White Sox take on the reigning champion Houston Astros, and the White Sox actually won. I think it was opening night. They won it 3-2, and yeah, it was pretty exciting. Obviously, I mean, the White Sox were up 3-1 in the 9th, and then I can't remember who it was, but someone pimped one out of the park in the bottom of the 9th for the Houston Astros. And then they had a runner on base. Ugh. Pardon me, sorry, it is a bit late, but I'll get through this. And, oh goodness. Oh, nice play. Sorry, that's softball. And the
Focus.
the White Sox, like I say, ended up winning it 3-2. Yeah, they just couldn't do anything after they got their runner on base. So yeah.
Nice story, bruv.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like watching baseball. Baseball's fun.
I mean, you do play it.
I know. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great sport. So yeah.
I think squash is a great sport.
Yeah. I know you do.
I suck at it, but I like it.
You don't suck.
I do.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Bitch, you PSA, you can't possibly suck.
PSA. You know, all you have to do to be a PSA member is to pay for the membership. It's not like you have to get team selection.
Yeah. I know. It's brutal. Squash is really just such a great... honestly, in terms of sports, what do you rate squash out of 10?
10 out of 10.
I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's
Actually,
great.
no.
I mean, I fucking hate playing it. It's a bitch of a sport.
Because I keep beating you.
I also feel like people don't realise,
But also feel like the mechanics for baseball and squash are so vastly different.
Oh, big time.
And that's where you kind of get fucked up and frustrated all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Think, why am I doing it right?
I feel like
it's not your sport.
I know. I feel like I am refining some of my mechanics for squash a bit better. Like, on my backhand, when I first started playing you, my backhand was just
Awful.
Awful.
So bad. But I remember when I went from tennis to squash, I used to bump in the walls all the time. injure myself.
I'm glad. Well, I can say I've never done that. But yeah.
And now when I go onto a tennis court, I'm too scared to go across the lines. It's
Yeah.
so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know why.
But yeah. Yeah, and like, look, I really do give squash a 10 out of 10. And I feel like, I think a lot of people probably wouldn't give it that, because if they step on a squash court and try and play squash, they'll probably just really hate playing. Like, I hate playing it against you because you're too good, and
I know.
you literally make the ball die too quick for me. But I feel like people
Actually,
maybe...
give me the time.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay? I feel like I'm getting better, though. And just let me have that. Just give me that, okay?
Sure.
But I feel like it, I guess one of the things, like, tennis is an easy sport to play because there's only one tennis ball type, right?
I feel like tennis is easier on a way that you don't have to look behind you. You just have to look forwards.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You just
I
have
feel like it's easier to focus and watch. Whereas squash, you have to turn your head and all that. You have to look behind over your shoulder. That's your opponent.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
See where the ball's going for. And I feel like that's
I know, but also I think,
what fucks me up.
like a squash ball, like, obviously, but like when you're holding a squash ball and it's just cold and you drop it, it probably comes off, if you drop it from maybe, say, a foot, it's going to come off the ground maybe like a good 3 mil, 4 mil, right?
I need to sneeze, but it's not happening at this point.
But yeah, like, obviously even when you get the squash ball really, really hot, right? Like, when you play someone like of your caliber, like, you'll play a shot so good that it will, like, especially if you play like a boast, it's going to come off the wall and it's not going to bounce high at all. Like, it'll literally, like, if it catches the nick, or anything catches the nick, fucks off, right?
Yeah, it's an automatic win.
Yeah.
Pitch.
Yeah. But, like, there are some boasts that you can play that almost look like nicks, right? Like, they just come so low across the floor.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like if people try to play squash and that happens to them, they go, oh, shit, I can't hit that. That's bullshit sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
there she goes.
Oh, okay, I feel so better.
You feel better?
Not really, but like I'm glad I sneezed.
But yeah.
Something like trying to sneeze and the sneeze not happening.
But I feel like maybe people don't realise, like, when you play tennis, there's only one ball for tennis, right? And when you play footy, there's only one ball for footy, and you play baseball, there's only one ball for baseball, right? I don't think people realise that there's different balls for squash.
Yeah, so you have...
And I feel like if people were
There's
more...
two many different balls. There's like blue dots, red dots,
There's blue dots,
yellow
red dots,
green dots.
and then the double dots, which is obviously just a PSA standard ball.
Yeah, and then you have
And
the
then you've
tubby balls that have no dots.
And then if you want to go a little bit more adventurous from there, you've also got racquetball,
Yeah.
which is basically... it's basically tennis meets squash.
Basically, yeah. But do not play racquetball with a down ball. It's too chaotic.
Oh, that was just wild.
Oh my gosh. No. I hated that.
Like, you had to swing. You
could
had to
hit-
swing through, but it was like your swing had to be so early, so because it had to be so slow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Anyway,
funny.
Yeah, that was kind of scary too, because I thought you were going to take my head off a few times with the ball. So scary.
So yeah, yeah, no, and I feel like people don't realise that. I feel like people realise that racquetball's a thing, and then there's also squash, but they don't realise that there's like a whole series of balls between that sort of. I feel like people that have played racquetball, they go, especially if they're young, they go, "Oh, this game's too easy," and then they try to play squash, and they're like, "This thing's too fucking hard," but it's because they're playing with 2 dots.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what I
different
mean?
bounce. It's a whole different bounce.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very difficult bounce. Like shit, I'm still a novice, but like, I'm kind of getting better at reading
Yeah,
the
so
ball
it's like
and
when I
being able to
first
play it, but like it still gets me, right?
began squash, we used the tubby ball, and then we moved to the single dot and then the double dot. It's a whole process. It's not just because especially juniors, right? They couldn't hit a double dot because they don't have the power or control to.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to get a bouncier ball for them to use.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if people just went to like squash courts and they asked people, can I just get like a green or a red or even a blue dot where it's just a bit more forgiving on the bounce, I feel
Yeah.
like people would probably start to really want to commit to squash a bit more and play it a lot more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it's just that education's not there.
Yeah, for sure. So
Definitely not not everyone knows that. If you ask them, hey, what are the different kind of squash balls? Are they? I don't fucking know.
yeah. So yeah.
You tell me.
So yeah. Pardon me. That's obviously what this podcast is about. It's trying to educate you to play squash. Basically, just go out and fucking play squash.
I'd like to build some outdoor courts.
Outdoor squash courts. The hell is wrong with you?
So people can use them.
It's official. She's crazy.
No, because you have outdoor tennis courts, outdoor netball courts, outdoor basketball courts, gay ball, and then why not have outdoor squash courts to introduce the game a little bit,
Like I
and
can't.
then look for something more.
I get it, but you also need wooden floors, right? Wooden floors don't last outdoors.
No, you have to see it. It's made.
What have people actually done outdoor squash courts?
Yeah.
No way. That's just psycho stuff.
It works.
Let me see this shit. Let's go. What do we got?
Okay.
Google images for an outdoor squash court. What am I looking at?
It's a squash court. It's not wood. It's like a tennis sort of.
Oh, sorry, I forgot your phone's plugged in.
Honestly, you want to be more covering because if it rains on a squash court, you kind of fucked.
Yeah, big time.
And that's why you go to indoor squash centres.
Alright. I don't know. Shit, if you got funding for it, I guess it could work, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, coming back to squash rating, you said 10 out of 10. What do you think tennis is out of 10?
8.
I'd probably give it a 6, to be honest.
Sharp.
Oh, look at... It's not what I asked.
What sharp river is tennis, okay? Change my mind.
Oh, shit. Anyways. Alright, I think we'll start to go into our segments now. Do you feel like want to do our segments?
Okay.
Yeah? Alright, the first one is the creative segment, and I think it's only me that's got a creative segment for this week.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's been a busy week, so... yeah, this is...
I had an assignment due.
So...
I think I crashed it.
Yeah, last week, Maria did, a sonnet?
Yeah, in my emo sonnet.
Yeah, emo sonnet in AI, chat AI.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like we need to do, you need to do a Vixens one in chat GTP or GPT or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, no, I should. That'd be great.
So you'll do that one for next week, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, and so last week I did a rap. It was a great rap.
Oh my, that's so white.
This week we're going to the theatre. And I've got a Shakespeare inspired poem.
I can't.
The last thing of Shakespeare that I ever read was Macbeth, which was also the only thing of Shakespeare's I've ever read.
Oh my gosh, I had the whole collection. We're not the same.
And I read that shit in year 10. It's literally a good 10 years
Can I
ago.
tell you a funny story? I was like BC, right? I think it was year 12.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was year 11, right? And I was put in the smart class because it said, oh, you're the people that we expect to actually go to university. I was like, okay, well, thank you. And so we're learning about, was it Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
And, well, the teacher said, oh, Shakespeare's been studied here for, like, a long time. And then this dumb-ass person's like, oh, he studied at this school. It's like, no, that's not what she meant. That's not what she meant. He didn't come to our school to study. He was dead before then. And with a smart class, bitch, the rest of you have no
That
hope.
was fucking gold. Anyways, you people are in for a treat because this is.
Oh no.
Maria's read a line or so of this, and she's already.
Yeah, once I was
Found it
in brackets
cringe.
Shakespeare, I was like, oh no.
It's cringe.
It's gonna be an abomination.
I think I had that word somewhere in.
Oh no. You need to stop.
Anyways,
No from me.
here's the Shakespeare poem that we have, our creative poem,
Oh,
or my
shit.
creative poem. It is I, Michael, herewith the news most current.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
News which I shall foreshare to the populace.
Ew.
For it doth relate to the mightiest of battles and
Oh
wins.
my gosh. No.
Indeed, I must tell all about the mightiest of battles, which I hath seen
This is so stupid.
in the AFL, netball, softball, and NHL.
Oh my god, you just jumbled a bunch of things together.
'Twas round 2 of the AFL.
Bitch, I love you, but like, what the fuck?
Oh shit. Sorry.
No,
Just give
you're
me a
not.
minute to take myself seriously.
you mean you can take yourself seriously? I'm just trying to drink some beer and laughing at the same time.
I'm like almost snorting through my nose. 'Twas round 2 of AFL and netball alike.
I'm so stupid.
Carlton, the most triumphant, versus Geelong.
This
And
is so
ma-
gay.
And Magpies bested by bitter vixens.
Oh my
Lions thwarting off demons' callings.
God, what the fuck?
And Essendon outjusted a wretched Suns team. And was it not a fair Ecuador team to upset the restless boot of the Socceroos?
Oh, bitch, come on. Get out of here with that. Don't you ever do that to my Socceroos ever again. Bitch.
I'm so dead.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
I'm so dead.
I know. I know. I'm going to kill you afterwards.
As it was, as it was for the reigning Astros' fall to the mighty White Sox in the MLB.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you already
I-
fucked up?
Yeah, no. Well, I said it earlier the other way around. I think. Did I? I can't remember. No. I
Just
said it
keep going, please.
Anyways, the perplexing strains of the Pittsburgh Penguins to and fro.
Oh, my God. I cannot.
Oh, the woes, the Western Bulldogs suffering eternal. Missouri, the dismay I feel in thou from the defeating of Auburn might. As for the Hawthorn Hawks, an abhorrent indignation, and thine know it to be true.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, no.
And more sport is yet to be foretold at a farther moment in time. So engage in thine visual telecommunication.
This is so stupid.
But what's set to be an exciting week in sporting clashes.
Oh, my. This special bitch right here, fam. This special bitch. Yeah, it's not the special K, it's a special bitch.
That's what you said, special bitch.
I don't care anymore.
Special. Oh,
I just died. I died. My soul left my body. My soul's not here anymore. I'm more emo than when I started this podcast.
So yeah, these are some segments that we're going to do from now on with our creative segments. We're going to be doing like Shakespeare themed poems and chat GPT sonnets and
Chat GTP sonnet slap.
and then and also rapping and stuff like that. Let us know if you actually like this creative segment or not. I don't know if you couldn't enjoy it though, it's too cringe.
Oh my god.
The cringe is what makes it great.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck. Oh my goodness, my cheeks hurt.
That's a you problem.
Anyways. And I think the last thing that we'll do, couple of things we'll do, are basically going to be our footy tips for the week. But we're going to do a few variations in our tipping. Whatever I'm trying to say.
That's what you sound like, a little bitch.
No. Anyways. Oh, bitch. The fuck?
That slap hurt.
And I didn't really. Alright.
I know it didn't.
Anyways. Oh, damn. I have to go to Sportsbet. Not sponsored.
My sports bet isn't loading.
Hello.
I'm too great. I'm too awesome.
Sorry, can I got like weird hiccups?
You sound like a donkey.
Anyways, I'm going to send these through to you as well, because Sportsbet have actually provided early lines for round 4 AFL games. So we're going to share our footy tipping tips, which I was horrid this week.
You got 3.
I got
6.
3 of 9. It was awful.
I got 6.
I know you're a bitch.
No, I'm just better than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. The tips say
I think I did this, but I'll do it again. And then we're also going to do lines as well.
I'm winning overall, bitch.
Yeah, I would imagine probably by, 2?
Of 3.
I thought I was ahead by 1 last week.
No.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought I was ahead by 1.
So I'm just
Oh, no, I had the margin points putting me in first. That's why. Okay.
Okay.
Bear with. I'm going to keep doing this. Alright. So, I'm just getting all the early lines, and then I'm going to share them through Snapchat with you. Damn it! Close the app. I've got 2 more to pick out of. No, 3 more, because the Easter long weekend.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so we've got
And
games
Monday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Some of these lines are crazy. Bam. Take that. Alright. Let's go.
Half left.
Bitch. We're going to go to AFL footy tipping.
Already got my love. Yeah.
Alright. Upcoming round 4.
Brisbane or
Tip
Collingwood?
now.
At the Gabba.
At the Gabba. Oh my goodness. Collingwood have been playing. I will actually admit Collingwood have been playing well.
Boys.
But you know what?
I'm going for Collingwood.
Yeah.
I'm going for an upset.
It's at the Gabba.
Like, Collingwood's a favourite, but it's at the Gabba, so I feel
it's
like...
at the Gabba, and they're also
Lights
expecting rain. Lights out.
Lights out.
Look, I think Brisbane are actually a better team. Like, I think they've got better players. So, I think I'll go...
They don't act like it.
No. Last week, against the Dogs, that was awful. That was atrocious.
Yeah, no, Collingwood. I'm going Collingwood over Brisbane. And then
I'm gonna have to. We have to go Carlton over North, right? Like
I feel like that's just a given.
that. It's a given. I think so too.
So Adelaide or Fremantle?
I'm actually going to take Adelaide. I reckon it's at Adelaide as well. So
I love Fremantle there.
I know, but I like Adelaide to win this one.
I'm a 50-50. I'm on the fence, but I'm going to go for you.
And then
Bulldogs or Richmond? Bulldogs.
Richmond, comfortably. Like, they got absolutely embarrassed round 3. They're coming back to win.
Yeah, and we're going to want to keep the progress going. Anyway, so Sydney or Port Adelaide?
Sydney at the SCG. It's Sydney.
St Kilda or Gold Coast? I need faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I just need all the Victorian teams to win against Gold Coast. Okay? like Geelong, you let me down.
Honestly, and then Essendon over GWS.
I feel like, yeah, that has to be right.
That has to be right. I mean, I think it'll be tight, but I think I think
if Essendon loses to GWS, bitch,
I'm going to neck myself.
I would too. Anyway, West Coast or Melbourne?
I think I like Melbourne to
Geelong
win.
or Hawthorn?
And
Oh shit.
And I think, honestly, I have to go Geelong. It might be tight, but I'm just gonna put down like 4-point victors for.
I'm going 3. No, I'm going 9. 9.
All right. So those are our footy tips for this week. Cool. So how many different do we have? I have Brisbane. You've got Collingwood.
So
We've both got
one.
Carlton. You got
Fremantle. I got Bulldogs.
I've got Richmond over Bulldogs, so that's 3. Sydney, St Kilda, Essendon, Melbourne, Geelong. So we've got 3 teams different. So there's going
As
to be
always.
so there's going to be a winner at the end of next week. Cool. All right, and now I need to send Maria these screenshots. So we've got
Okay, bitch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, what the? Oh, there we are. 7, 8, 9. Bam!
I'm going to be using emojis as always.
Oh, yeah. So we did this last year, and Maria just sent me all these fucking emojis for the teams that she'd pick. Anyways, I'll let you know. So the early lines for round 4, we have Brisbane as underdogs to Collingwood, and Collingwood are favoured by 2.5. I will take Brisbane plus 2.5. So,
Ooh,
mixed picks. Mixed picks start with Brisbane covering the line of 2.5.
And then going Collingwood.
And then, oh goodness, Carlton versus North Melbourne, 22.5 points.
22.
That's a tough line. I think Carlton probably will cover it, but shit, that's a close
I'm going to
one.
go North Melbourne.
Oh, she's going to go North Melbourne to cover the line. It is a lot of points, but yeah. And I'm going to take Adelaide minus 2.5. That's easy. So we've got Adelaide minus 2.5.
So what? Oh.
Then we have Richmond.
I'm going Fremantle.
Alright. Then we have Richmond as favourites against the Dogs, 13.5 points. I'm going to take Richmond minus 13.5 comfortably.
Dogs.
Then we have Sydney as favourites against Port Adelaide, minus 19.5. Oh, that's a tough one. I feel like Port Adelaide got embarrassed. I feel like Sydney also got embarrassed. I think it'll be close. I think maybe it's probably going to be tight. I probably will go Port Adelaide plus the points.
I'll go for Port.
Like, I still think Sydney wins, but I think Port Adelaide probably can cover that line. Just because they got embarrassed last week. That was just awful. And when I say last week, I mean like literally last night.
Was it blue? What are their colours?
Port Adelaide.
Yeah, blue and black.
It's a lightning bolt because they're Port Adelaide Power, right?
Yeah, but I don't like the emoji for lightning. It's gay.
And then we have St Kilda as 16.5-point favourites against Gold Coast Suns. I'm gonna have to take St Kilda. It's here as well, so
Yep. Okay.
St Kilda.
Wait,
Essendon.
hold on. I'm not ready.
Then we have Essendon taking on GWS. Essendon are 10.5-point favourites. Oh.
So what do you do?
We had a rough game. I think I don't think GWS are that great a team. I'm going to take Essendon plus the point. Essendon.
Giants.
Oh, bitch. Is this just payback because I'm going Richmond?
No. Because I think your team will give you a heart attack.
West Coast, 40.5 points. Sorry, Melbourne are favourites, 40.5 points. So I'm taking West Coast. Like, 40 points is just ridiculous. And it's at Optus Stadium. And West Coast haven't been playing that bad. Like, they've been putting up high numbers. So I don't think Melbourne's going to beat them by 40-plus points. And then...
You're going too fast for me.
I'm sorry. Oh, I just typed the names of the teams down, whereas you're just trying to find the emojis.
So West Coast. I feel like... Yeah, West Coast.
And then we've got Geelong, 32.5-point favourites against Hawthorn. It's a lot of points. They haven't been playing that well. Like they should be able to cover a 32.5-point line, right?
Well, you know.
I feel like they should be able to.
This is real life, man.
And it's a tough one.
I like to think Geelong could, but they haven't really shown me any
I know
greatness.
I haven't been convinced at all. Like, if they had beaten the Suns, I would have been like, yeah, I'll take 32.5 points.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like,
going to go Hawthorn.
You know what? I'm going to go Geelong. Fucking hell, I hate this goddamn phone. So, hang on. Let me quickly check. I've got Brisbane favourites. Oh, no, sorry. Brisbane are underdogs. My bad. I have Carlton favourites. So, I've got 1 favourite, 2 favourites, 3 favourites. I've got those underdogs. 4 favourites. 5 favourites. 6 favourites and 3 underdogs. I like that.
Nice.
Cool. So, you've gone pies. Fuck me. She literally sends me a fucking emoji of like a fucking apple pie or some shit.
Well, they don't have an emoji for magpie.
What the hell is this? A peacock?
I just sent you a little peacocks.
Why?
Because I felt like it.
Fucking hell.
They're like one of my favourite birds of all time.
Oh my goodness. So what, you want a team called the Perth Peacocks or something?
That'd be great, yes. Bye, Bulldogs. No, I'm joking. I spent too much time going for the Bulldogs. I'm not changing now.
Oh. So yeah, how many teams do we have different? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different picks.
Nice.
So what does that mean? So you took the favourite Collingwood,
Yeah, the Collywobbles.
underdog North, so to have an underdog team, underdog Freo, underdog Dogs, sounds right, underdog Port Adelaide, underdog GWS. Yep,
yeah, I think your team's going to choke a little bit, but going to just get the win just.
5 And he took West Coast, so that's 6 underdogs. Sorry, 7 under. You have 7 underdogs to cover the line.
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm Australian, mate.
Oh my goodness, you've only got 2 favourites to cover the lines? The fuck?
Can you play that video?
Oh goodness, yeah.
My favourite dance mom scene of all time.
This is the one that's got the edit on it. Where it's like it sounds like a cat's
Oh, it's
squeal.
funny. It's funnier. Just do it.
Walk. Smile, learn, steps. 1, 2, 3.
Love it.
You're a disgrace.
It's a 10 out of 10. I see it on my For You page all the time, and it always makes me laugh. I could be having a bad day. It shows up on my For You page on TikTok, and it's like, I feel better now.
So yeah. Anyways, I
You've
think
gone for a long time again.
I know. Didn't want to, but it's because we were so ill prepared. We were just like googling, like probably about 30 minutes of this has been us googling shit. Anyways, no, I think that pretty much wraps up this week
Yeah.
for us, doesn't it? So, anyways, with that being said, join us next week for your next serve of M&Ms, alright?
Woo!